Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a chess tournament that was just, wow. It became this incredible story of redemption, a chase for the history books, and then a single game where it all came crashing down. We're talking about the St. Louis Rapid and Blitz. So, you gotta understand, this wasn't just any chess tournament. No, this was pure high-stakes drama, with a spot in the Grand Chess Tour Finals on the line. And right in the middle of it all, two absolute titans of the game who, believe it or not, started at the very bottom, just desperate for a comeback to keep their dreams alive.
I love this quote. Grandmaster Yasser Seirawan once said this to a player about to face the world champion. Enjoy your day in the sun. It just perfectly nails the feeling in St. Louis. I mean, every single game feels like a final exam, and the pressure, it's absolutely immense.
Okay, so what is the Grand Chess Tour? Well, think of it as the premier circuit in chess, the big leagues. But here's the kicker. Only the top 4 players get a shot at the title and that massive prize fund in the finals down in Brazil. So if you're someone who's kind of lingering near the bottom of the standings, an event like St. Louis becomes basically a do-or-die moment.
All right, let's get into it. The first half of the event is the Rapid Tournament. And this story really kicks off with the legend himself, Levon Aronian. Man, he came out of the gates just completely on fire.
So, day one, Aronian goes a perfect 3-0, wins all 3 of his games, and get this, one of those wins was against the reigning world champion himself. That is a huge statement. It's him basically saying, I'm here to win this thing.
And this quirky question, why not A5? It's just so Aronian. It comes from this classic story about the legend Boris Spassky, who is kind of teasing another player by questioning his super-prepared opening with this completely off-the-wall suggestion. And that's Aronian in a nutshell, right? Creative, totally unpredictable, with this little spark of mischievous genius in every game.
So while Aronian is having this perfect, explosive start, another giant of the game is beginning his own journey. But his is different. It's this methodical, relentless chase. We're talking about America's #1, Fabiano Caruana.
And here's the thing that really connects them. Just like Aronian, Fabi came into St. Louis absolutely desperate for a huge result. He was sitting at 9th in the tour standings, and remember, only the top 4 qualify. So for both of these superstars, their backs were completely, and I mean completely, against the wall.
You want to talk about psychological warfare? This is it. This is what top-level chess is all about. Fabi didn't just win a game here. He unleashed a secret weapon, an opening idea he had been sitting on, saving for 3 years, and he used it to get a crushing win in just 17 moves. That is an absolute statement of intent.
So Caruana is just playing out of his mind. He's on pace to score 16 points out of a possible 18 in the rapid section. 16 out of 18. That's a historic, record-breaking kind of pace. The kind of dominance you really only see from legends. You know, like Magnus Carlsen.
Okay, so we've got Aronian's perfect start and Caruana's relentless chase. And then you have the world champion, Gukesh. His tournament? It was just pure, unadulterated volatility. A total wild ride.
Yeah, he starts the whole thing with that tough loss to Aronian. You'd think that would get him down, but no. True to form, he starts fighting back. And you see these flashes of just absolute genius that remind you, oh yeah, that's why he's the world champion.
And his tactical power was just something else. In what seems like a pretty quiet, normal position, right? He just uncorks this incredible maneuver, swinging his rook from the back rank all the way over to spearhead an attack. It's such a rare, beautiful idea, and it got him a super important win.
So, all of this, all of it, leads to this one final, decisive, rapid game. You've got Fabiano Caruana playing maybe the best chess of his entire life, literally on the verge of making history. And who's he playing against? The wildly unpredictable world champion himself.
You just can't make this stuff up. The stakes were as high as they could possibly get. A win for Fabi here doesn't just mean he leads the tournament. No, it means he breaks the all-time Grand Chess Tour record for points in a rapid event. History was on the line.
And what happened next was just
unbelievable. I mean, Caruana is completely winning. He is cruising to that record. But Gukesh, with your seconds left on his clock, finds this desperate, brilliant, miraculous defensive move. The pressure mounts, Fabi's time is ticking down, and he falters. He makes a mistake. And Gukesh, in this stunning turnaround, flips a completely lost game into a victory, crushing Fabi's record attempt in the most gut-wrenching, dramatic way you can imagine.
So yeah, the record attempt is foiled in the most brutal way. But what that does is set this incredibly tense, nail-biting stage for the second half of the tournament, the Blitz games. And just so we're clear, rapid chess gives you some time to think. Blitz? Oh, that's where things get absolutely wild. You have just minutes for the entire game. It is a completely different animal.
So after all that craziness, where did things stand? Well, Caruana still emerged as the leader, but that devastating final loss narrowed his lead a lot. Now you've got this whole pack of players, including Aronian and the world champion Gukesh, just breathing down his neck.
So the Rapid gave us everything, right? A redemption story, a chase for the history books that ended in total heartbreak. Now we're heading into the Blitz games, which are even faster, even more chaotic. And the big question isn't just about points anymore. It's about psychology. Can Fabiano Caruana possibly recover from a loss like that? Or did that one moment, that one final game, shatter his momentum and just blow the door wide open for everyone else? The battle for St. Louis, it was really just getting started.